And fall in, my fellow scout troopers, and welcome to a Napoleon Total War 3 3v3 battle replay. That video is actually posted on the NTW3 Discord by JD Monster, who's commanding the army before us. His allies today are the Vape Cracker and Holy Titan 2. Their opponents today are Greg the Human, Sierra, and Croc 224. Points today: 3 1-pointers, 2 2-pointers, so 7 points up for grabs. Obviously, centre is where we're going to see the most battle, I think, for the points. Map today is Spain 1-B. Now, before we get started, if you guys want to see your own Total War replay featured here on this channel, you can send it to my email at scoutsentertainment@gmail.com. You can also post it to me directly on Discord. You can join my Discord server, Scouts Reconnaissance, and post it there. Or you can simply tag me in the replay that you post on most Total War Discords as well. And with that, let's go have a look at the map here and scout how the battle might unfold today. Now, this map I've actually played on a few times, actually, with not a lot of success, but the plain is very much open, great for cavalry warfare. The mounds here do create some issues for artillery, although if the battle is fought here, both sides can use artillery pretty effectively. They've got high hills on both sides, so can easily wipe out most units that get caught, especially in the center here. Anyone that tries to fight here with their infantry is asking to be shellacked by artillery. Now, looking at the factions today of the red team, we can see here the Brive 7th Corps, we have here Davut 3rd Corps, and Jerome 10th Corps. We've got Austria here, sort of, I think they're charging actually, France, or Riben, the French commander. He's sending in his light cav. The Austrians bit off more than they could chew there on that one. Riben was able to overpower them. He had 3 cav units in the area. All fairly large units. 2 are over 70, 1 with 48. Now, I think Austria should have waited for their elite cavalry here before they charged in the more mid-tier troops to light-tier troops. I can't really tell which is which, based on what I can see there anyway. Obviously, the elite cav would have been able to sweep all the Riben cav aside. I'm just going to call them Riben because they've got the Riben flag. But obviously, because they're elite, they're very slow, so you only really want to charge them in once they're seconds away from battle. Because even when they're running, they don't move that very fast. Austria has some skirmishers firing. We have Austria here, we've got like an Austrian alliance today. Whoever controls this house will be able to use the windows pretty much to shoot at the enemy. And the only way to get inside the house is on the Austrian side, so Austria here just needs to set up 2 units either side, which I think they might be attempting to do. Which will be able to fire into the French troops as they try to come into the building, thus probably breaking them before they even get inside. Now it looks like the Volt is trying to get some troops inside. Whether Austria lets him do that or not, I don't know. We've got Austrian cav right here. They could be charging in, trying to head off that French infantry. Okay, they're going to try and form up and shoot at them as they go inside. Okay, they're hidden. Those guys in the house, they're shooting at the unit in front of them. It's hard to believe that Austria just let the take that building right in front of him. But it is what it is. Austria should probably now fall back since he doesn't control that building. It only makes sense for Austria to hold this position if they occupy that building. Without that building, they're putting themselves at a disadvantage. Looks like JD's getting closer. The 3rd Austrian player could be moving down towards the center. That would make sense. Being such a wide road, it would be easier for most teams to make their way down to the center. Austria has 4 units here in reserve. They're going to be brought up to join the line pronto. Austria is not sending any grenadiers inside that house. Trying to shoot the enemy to death inside the building isn't the best move. They are in a building after all. Short of surrounding the building and shooting it from multiple angles, it's going to be tough to kill them and force them out that way. It's actually leading. It's pretty even, that fight inside. France here has Austria outmaneuvered. I'm liking Devort's positioning here. He can fire on these 2 units with 3 at once. And this one is actually protected by the building to a degree from this one over here. I wonder if he can wield these 2 units a little bit more so they can shoot more effectively at this unit here in front of them. The way he's positioning them right now, he's not really utilising the units to their full ability. France is killing it over here, but he's being outmaneuvered. And he could be forced back here any second. Alright, they broke it. Will he wheel left? He's got a wheel left. I don't think the Velt realises the danger he's in right now. We've got French artillery here, an 8-pounder. And they can shoot the units in front of him pretty well. France is going to be shot in the back. Devort's got to pull out here. He's been outmaneuvered now. He hasn't reacted to it at all.
This building has fallen.
Okay, now he's reacting to it. They're grenadiers here, so they can handle that. Supposedly. We got here, what do we have? Cuirassiers, elite French cavalry. They've only lost about 30 troops so far. France is initiating a mass pullout here. Hopefully it doesn't suffer too many casualties. Jeez, wheel these grenadiers around and shoot. Go for it, man. Oh, he had him. He had him and he pulled out. Damn it. Unlucky. Austria here should shoot this unit. Try and get as many kills out of it as he can. Make sure it doesn't come back. It will come back if he doesn't keep shooting it right now. And from judging from Austria's movements here, it seems like Devort's going to take a win out of this one. He's going to get this unit back. Right-bones should just move up a little bit. Try and keep Austria away from that cavalry unit to make sure that it does come back. You know, provide a little screening, as it were. We've got 4 on 4 here. Nice artillery fight. Really levels the playing field here. Austria could counter that. He's got 6 units here. They can shift to the right. There's really nothing stopping them that I can tell. Shift to the right, put Bayern's troops between the artillery and themselves. Move on Bayern's troops, force them back, move towards the artillery, potentially take that out, potentially begin outflanking Lebrev's line right there. But he's got to take these 6, he's got to move this direction, force them back this direction, take out the artillery, move on Lebrev's line, and by doing so he'll actually force it back, and then he can move up this line as well and shoot at them as they retreat. Austria has the potential to get France on the back foot very quickly here, but he's just not taking advantage of his superior numbers. And Devort here taking advantage of Austria's hesitancy. We've got cavalry moving in. That artillery is pretty darn accurate, isn't it? hit after hit after hit on these guys. Quite extraordinary. The Rev, sensing weakness, wants to wipe these guys out. We've got Cav coming in. I don't think France will get away though. Or will he? Yeah, he will. He will. Austria's pursuing him, but he's going to get away. The weakest point on Austria's line here is not being contested at all by the French alliance. Jeez, it just seems like Reiben has the ability to rain all hell down here on the Austrian line. But right now he's keeping back. He's shooting him and it's effective to a degree. But France here needs to, France on this side, these 6 units here, need to move up, bring themselves level with the right flank. At the same time Reiben moves in. It'll force Austria back, but that's what you want. You want to be able to pursue your enemy and shoot at them as they pull back. The closer you are, the more kills you'll get. Obviously, know when to push, know when to fall back. Don't just assume once you push, you always have to keep pushing. I fall into that trap sometimes myself. We're seeing some fractures here in the Austrian line. Both sides really facing off against each other over here. Almost unit for unit. We also have 2 cab units over here. The Brev doesn't have too many units here to hold these guys back. If Austria has cab, they should be thinking about trying to charge that artillery. There is some cav protecting it, of course, but if Austria has a lot of cav, then maybe they should go for a big push here. Throw a punch, try and knock France off their feet. Oh, they're going after the artillery over here. We've got France moving to intercept them. It wasn't a bad charge. Alright, they broke him. They're actually limbering up right now. The infantry broke? Well, I didn't think Austria would get anywhere near that artillery once they managed to get some troops in front of it. But the Austrians just swarmed through them like they were nothing. Now Austria here getting way too cocky. The morale of his unit here is hanging on by a thread. Alright, that one failed. Well, it's very slow over here. We're going to see too much happen at the moment. Well, I've been stacking his ranks a bit. France is stretching himself out. Bang commander charging in.
Our men are running for them.
He should get him back. Well, France seemed to be throwing themselves pretty well against Austria, but then Austria just threw them back. Artillery has been brought forward. Cav has been brought up. No one's inside that house at all. France has actually straightened up his line a bit. He's brought those 4 units around. It looks like Ryban, just sort of, the Ryban commander brought in those units as close as he did, because that's all the room he had. I don't know. But these 2 units here need to shift to the left of the house, or the little hut here. So these 4 he can stretch out a little bit more. He's got to get more rifles firing, you know? Doesn't really seem to be doing himself any favours by leaving his troops fighting in this formation. His left flank is seeing a lot of success, which is important. It would enable him to actually push Austria back, or potentially wrap around them, cut off their retreat, and just catch them in a vice. Now going through the windmill and the small hut here is going to be a little bit tricky. He has to really rely on his left flank to do most of the pushing first. And then once they've pushed through here, the other troops will probably fall back, making it easier for him to bring up these other units to move to this area here, which could be a bit more treacherous. So Jerome here is seeing some decent progress now. Before it was really slow, but things seem to be moving there. Austria's not liking the prolonged gunfight. France here could be outflanked soon. He will be outflanked soon. The Vought is going to do something, or he's got to fall back. If Austria is falling back, then Jerome here sends some reinforcements to reinforce their right flank down here, which is severely outnumbered and is about to be crippled if Austria applies maximum pressure. And I mean by that I mean they commit every unit they have in this area to battle against these 3 units here of France and begin pushing them all this direction here. France potentially might be able to push them this way and push them all the way down here. So we see France facing off this direction here and Austria facing obviously this direction, battling it out to the end. That's the way the battle could unfold. Meanwhile, we've got Left Beriv basically fighting his own little war here. Austria's afraid to move up because of the artillery. But I mean, look, if they're that afraid of it, then maybe they should throw all the cav they have in the area at it to try and wipe it out. So the whole line of Austria can move forward then. There's a 6-pounder here. Oh, they better not delimber that one. Not in that formation. That'd be horrible. No, good. Good. Seeing them bring up artillery, that's got to prompt a move there from the Austrians with their infantry. They've got to move up. Stop that artillery from limbering, or getting into formation and then delimbering.
Our men are running, sir.
Well, it looks like Austria here lost the cav fight. They could lose their general. Oh, hang on. They might lose their general. He's trying to seek cover behind his own infantry. But these dragoons here, they could easily run around and charge into him. And they're going to do just that. His infantry could kill the general. He's got to get his general out of there. France needs to move forward so they can get a shot on him. It's pretty simple. Move the general over here to the behind the safety of his own troops, and then simply shift this unit with them. Bring up additional. Well, he's protecting his artillery more than he's protecting his own general. Bit of a risk with that one. Artillery is important, but the general takes precedent, I think. France over here, the Volt is really trying to hold out as long as he can, but he is crumbling. He needs his allies soon. We've got the Austrian army here firing into the French troops. France trying to focus on the inner part here of the Austrian forces. I don't know if these two infantry units over here are trying to target the artillery or not. It's possible. They look to be in range. The right-bone commander is coming. The Volt needs to continue to play cat and mouse here with the Austrian forces. The Volt should be reassured by Jerome's success. Jerome is having success. He is going to be able to help the Volt out, but the Volt just needs to probably fall back for now. You know, try to delay the battle a little bit longer. Keep himself in the fight.
Our men are running, sir.
It looks like they made another play here for the Austrian general. Looks like he's hiding in the square. Oh no, that's French cav. They definitely didn't kill the general. Or did they? Yeah, they broke the general's unit. That's him. One of the Austrian generals is gone. Austrians send a few casualties there. Mind you, France is seeing their own fair share. France's biggest mistake over here is not taking advantage of his numbers. There's no troops around. We can see that he can't. To be fair, he can't see hidden troops like we can. Like, we can see what the French players have here in the area. He could be afraid to move up, but you can move up. You can be cautious and move up. If you're that concerned about potential cav charging into you, then just, you know, have squarables at even spaces in your line, so you can counter such moves, such strikes. Now, it looks like France is actually trying to bait Austria here, trying to bring him forward. And I know I said Austria should move forward, but that was before France was pulling back. The more France pulls back, the more the artillery can fire more freely into the Austrian forces here. Now, given that France is exposing the Austrians more to the artillery, it's probably in Austria's best interest to pull his army back now. I wanted Austria to move forward when the artillery wasn't in play this much. But now it is in play a lot, I reckon. And that's a danger to the Austrian line. So they need to pull back now, I reckon, for their own safety. Potentially he should just fall all the way back down here and try and support his ally against Riben. Oh, we got France going after another Austrian general. He's being forced all the way back here. They haven't been
Our men are
successful
running,
in
sir.
killing the general, but they've broken 2 general units now. Now it's time for Ryben to apply maximum pressure. With the general gone, guys, you gotta understand that morale of the troops has been severely affected. And these guys have been fighting for a little while now. So fatigue is definitely starting to set in, which makes it even more... which brings the morale even more into play. Now, Ryben still has their general. Obviously the Austrians don't. It's going to bring up the Ryben general close to the line as they move forward. And just mow over the troops. Break them. Dvorz's ranks here are so thin right now. He's probably trying to get as many kills as possible before his army collapses. Morale of these forces starting to waver on the right. This is a slow grunt. We haven't really seen too many decisive moves with the exception of the general strikes there from, I think, JD Monster's part. I think JD Monster's taking out 2 generals now, so, you know, good for him. I'm not really seeing any decisive moves here from his allies to bring this battle to a faster conclusion. It just seems to be dragged out a little bit. Yeah, Austria's trying to counter here, and he's got it lined up pretty well. Ryben needs to reposition himself. Or maybe charge in, bayonet charge the area. You gotta charge in the cav. Throw the Austrians back somehow. Yeah, I think these guys here, they're forming pike. Okay, slowed by the Ryben cavalry. JD just battles going okay. He's slowly getting on top of it over there. The Lord here is just trying to be a thorn in the Austrian side. Maybe he's just trying to buy time for Jerome here to have more success, or give him more time to have a win here in his battles, so he can come and help him and bring the full might of his army to be thrown against the Dvorz's opponent. These 6 units here, they've got to move up. They've got to engage the Austrians. They outnumber them. Potentially they even outclass them. Just move up the general with them. The more this Austrian player moves away, the easier it is for Ryben to send reinforcements this way to help deal with these Austrian forces. If your opponent's going to try and run away, and let him go, because it frees up your troops to help out your allies. Well, potentially we're seeing a big move here from JD. Yeah, this guy sees the writing on the wall. He's only get caught in that. He's pulling out. Potentially he's leaving these units behind as a holding unit, as a rear guard, or to provide rear guard action, as it were. Yeah, they got a bayonet charging. Wonder if France has any cav left. It's a good thing this artillery takes forever to load, I tell you what. We got an Austrian pike unit here, deep in Ryburn's territory. Really getting in the way of Ryburn's cav. There's a lot of his cavs getting caught on this unit here. Their elite Kurasari. Yeah, damn, they're just walking past it. Shouldn't be anywhere near it. Where's the Ryburn General? Wasn't he around here somewhere? Well, I wonder if he's dead. We've got a 12-pounder here. And an 8-pounder. Hopefully they can get that canister shot going. 27 minutes left. Yeah, I think they are firing canister. Oh no. That was cannonball. Jeez, at that range you want to go canister. Come on. Well, band commander is on his way. Austrians are getting closer to their allies. Ryburn's just sort of bunkering down. Thinks he can just hold his position. They shouldn't be forming this kind of perimeter. He's got room. He should be lining up his troops all the way out here. And then moving on the Austrians. He's just got to bring his line up. This is not the time for Ryburn to be so defensive. The general's way over here. The general needs to be in this battle right here. He's got to be amongst these troops right here. Bringing up the line in front of this big rock here. Starting from here, coming all the way down here. Would have been enough to throw Austria back before they moved forward on him like this. Let's just try and maneuver their units around. No, Austria's not liking this gunfight. Bands with the troops. He's got 2 units here not doing anything. It drives me crazy when I'm seeing basically units are being used. The artillery though, to JD's credit, is firing at a really, really good position. He counts for a good shot every time. Okay, they broke that one. Alright. Heading back towards the house here. Jeez, this unit's 6% away from being destroyed. Okay, so battle's been rejoined over here. Baron's just got to tidy up his line a little bit as he moves in. These cab units need to be standing over here somewhere. You know, trying to pull the attention of the Austrians every direction they don't want to look. They want to be focusing on one direction to fight. But Robin here needs to stretch their attention. You know, he's got to stretch their eyes everywhere. Get them focused on one area, then attack with the other. His allies moving up behind his enemy. He's got to move. He's got to push the enemy towards Bayern. I suppose to a degree he is doing that over here. Ah, good old Devalt. He's still around. He's still with us. The cab moving up. I think these guys form pike.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, they just broke him. Big win there. And they destroyed that building. It's officially gone. Lining up your forces, getting ready to charge in. I mean, you got to give Xavier's Alliance a little bit of credit. They are winning this battle slowly but surely. They're being very meticulous with their approach. I would have been a bit more aggressive myself, and they could be to my own detriment. It seems like they're falling away in parts they should, and you know, sometimes make the right call. Like these units over here, the morale wasn't that great. It was obviously getting shot to death, so they pulled out. But over here, that battle was going well. They had them pinned almost, but they're allowing the Austrians room to breathe, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Instead of moving together from either side, firing in, sure they're going to crush them, they just refuse to do it. They don't want to pull the plug. France just saw 3 units collapse there. Austria is being invited back in this fight again. We're seeing great artillery hits here. This unit here should have fired into this one, broken it, and then fallen back. There was time to do that. The hut here provided some protection there against those Austrian troops. By falling back, he's enabled all 3 units to shoot at him as he retreats.
Our men are running, sir.
There's a better way to fall back, and that wasn't it. And hindsight's 20/20, guys. Granted, you know, people can see things they don't see at the time. I'm fully aware of that. So, you know, take my criticism with a grain of salt, of course. Both sides here being brought to the edge of their limits.
Our men are running, sir.
Neither side wants to try and go for the win. Which says to me neither side thinks they can win. I mean, the red team can win by lock easy. I mean, they've basically funneled all the blue team into one tiny area. They can just expand outwards to all the points remaining and take them and hold out until the timer runs out. Who knows, maybe that's their plan. Bad idea. We need those troops to win this battle. But that's another way to win. Good strike. Ripped into him. That was... What was that? That was 2 cannonballs in succession. No, that was 3. Or... Actually, I think that was their own artillery.
Our men are running.
Wow, that sucks. Yeah, I don't see that could have come from Ryben. Judging from the impact points. Actually, it looks like there was a combination. It looks like we had 2 artillery going this way and 1 coming this way. And both landed smack in that one Austrian unit. Alright. It seems like the French team's strategy is just to pound the area with their artillery, weakening the troops as best they can, for as long as they can, and then try and finish them off with their infantry. The morale is shaky all around for the Austrian forces. Ryben's starting to press in a little bit now. And then he let the pressure off and now he's falling back again. Ah, man. He's got troops, he's got to lined up reinforcements. He's got cav as well. Yeah, they're winning. They're doing obviously something right. It just seems to be too slow. Like, I don't know why they're being this cautious. Sometimes their speed is rightfully deserved. Other times they just let the pressure off for seemingly no reason at all. It's a maze of contradictions today. Well, we've got this one artillery piece, 12-pounder crew. Cav charging in. Gonna get a nice one on him. Well, they broke one. They'll give him a boost. These guys here managed to form pike. Confident but winded, so you know, not too bad there. We've got here 12 minutes left on the clock. Oh, come on, there's blood in the water. Keep charging. You're not done yet. Get the cab moving closer and closer, at the same time bring the infantry up. They can start folding these guys up. I mean, look at the morale. It's like dominoes, they're falling one by one. This small unit of cav here is getting so many kills, it's ridiculous. And then he falls back again. No, Rodman, why are you falling back? You're having all the success here. You're not going to be outflanked. 11 minutes to go. Come on, the tide is moving all your way, man. Just move in, sweep across the plain. Move like water. They basically will go that way from this point. You just got to move forward and take care of it. Austrians held on for a long time. They fought well. But they played France's game. They played on their terms. They didn't try to seize control of the match and force their own terms when they could have. The French alliance was very hesitant in their approach. There were plenty of opportunities for the Austrians to press against the French, as there were for the French to press against the Austrians. In the end, the French alliance won the game of cat and mouse. And this will be where the last battle is fought. I think the horses are broken. And they're heading off. The rest of the Austrian army has forsaken these guys. Yeah, they were exhausted, that's why they were so slow. Very nice performance there from all the French players. Unlucky to the Austrians. But that just goes to show, you don't seize the opportunities that are there, the battle could be taken from your grasp. And there are plenty of opportunities for both sides to win throughout this entire match. The ending was never set in stone until we saw all the breakdown in morale with the Austrian forces earlier. We've got one Austrian unit left in their house and that's it, so probably fast forward and come back once the attack on the house begins. I think the Austrians marched out here. We had some skirmishes in there before. They actually tried to run away. Alright, that's it. And victory there for JD and his allies. So we actually had Holy Titan commanding Ryburn, yep, and JD Monster was commanding the Verve. Okay, so Holy Titan there, 1913 kills, nicely done, mate. The Vape Cracker, 1213, and JD Monster, 1653. Reg the Human, 1221. Sierra, 1491. And Croc 224, 647. Unlucky there, Croc. Anyway, kill counts here range from 261 to zip with the general there. But yeah, two units getting 200 kills there, Dragoons and Joseph de la Roche. And the 3-pounder. The 3-pounder did very well for an artillery piece. And the rest of the infantry did pretty well across the board, I reckon. Just scroll down a bit slow for you guys, just to have a look there at the units. And we're done. Okay, so if you want to see your own total replay feature video on this very channel, guys, don't forget to check out those links we just talked about before in the video description below. You will find them. Thank you to JD Monster for posting the replay on the NTW3 Discord. That's where I got it from. This is Scoutsman Lieutenant signing off. Fall out, my fellow Scout Troopers, and catch you all in the next Total War battle.